Ask wealthy people out there. Ask wealthy people out there. How are you successful? How are you successful? Not one of them will tell you, oh, I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. If you dig deep in every single successful, wealthy person, they'll tell you, most of the majority, most, some you have some, dibs that they don't, oh yeah, it was me, I'm my father and this and that, and they'll tell you the secret was that they helped out. They helped out. They gave, and how'd they get more money? Because they gave more money. And how'd they get more money? Because they gave more money. I know a guy, personal friend of mine. I was crying after I heard the story, literally crying. He gave a substantial amount of donation to his shul, basically. And after he gave a nice number, after that, he doesn't know how, whatever it was, he got a business deal. Whatever he gave to the shul he got literally 10 times more than what he gave. Meaning he gave, let's say he gave $10,000. Within a week, he was able to get a crazy deal that he was working on for months. He was trying to get an account, bring an account. He made the account making extra $100,000. PR. He helped out. I know another guy. He doesn't have so much. He has a little bit of money, he has money. But he helps out. He helps out there. So people were asking this person on and on and on. And he kept on giving. And he didn't know what he was going to do because somebody else asked him now again. He just gave this. So all of a sudden, I get a text message from Rabbi, you won't even believe it. You know my situation, I like to help and this. He says, randomly, a person called me up, he needed help. I wanted to help him out, but I helped out already, I didn't know. But in my mind, I said, I'm going to give him a certain amount of money. He says, the second I said that, he got a text from his wife, true story. Con Edison gave him a check back, about $4,000, random. He doesn't even know why, for about $4,000. Doesn't even know why. It's like free money for the guy. Another guy in our shul. Should I tell you the guy's name? You all know him.
No name.
Should I tell you?
Yeah, say it.
Okay, Jimmy. Wow. Okay, Jimmy. What happened was, I'll tell you a story. He said it out straight. So what happened was, he told me that he was helping out for his brother's wedding. His brother was getting married, he helped out, and his brother was just, he said no problem. His mother wanted a nice, Jimmy said no problem, I'm going to make fancy whatever you like. He says, Kibud Avayim, make my Mesameh Hatam V'Kala, whatever. He said that he was working on a insurance, something happened with his store, a claim. Something happened with his store, they got robbed or a leak, I don't know exactly what happened. He got a check the day after he said to his mother, I'm going to take care of it. He got a check from the insurance company, $17,000. $17,000. You understand? You see people in business, they think they're this, they did. You have to invest in what's going to give you back. What's going to give you back? Invest in the tzedakot. Invest in helping. And when you do that, you'll see all of a sudden the investment comes back. Wow, how did I do that? It's like a guy invests in a building, let's say. Real estate, this, that. But real estate is the tzedakot that we give out. Because when we give more tzedakot, the real estate gets even higher. You know why? Because then Hashem sends you another building that way and another building that way. So where the heck? Where did this happen? Where did this come from? Where did I get this deal? All of a sudden, the deal pops in your lap. You're sitting there, you're sitting on whatever it is, you're relaxing, you're having a cup of coffee, all of a sudden, somebody texts you, I have a great deal for you, great building, this. And all of a sudden you look into it, you really, it's a great building, let's do it. You do it, all of a sudden you flip it, you make an extra $400,000-$500,000. What? How'd that all this come from? You were just sitting down, they came to you. Hashem sends it. You know why he's sending it? He's sending it because you're helping. So therefore, I need more treasurers. Meaning to say, you're my treasurer to give out the money. I got a little bit taken aback. You know why? Because you see, there was one rabbi came over to me. I'll tell you what happened. He's from Israel. You listening or no? He's from Israel. And I'm speaking to him. And he's telling me, you see this guy? He has, you see this guy? He has hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what he's telling me. And he said that, I said, yeah, we have a few people like that. You know the names. He's like, yeah, this guy, that guy. Everybody knows they have a few hundred millions. They have a few hundred millions. But he said they're rich, but they're not filthy rich. I said, what do you mean? He said, you have guys that are in the billions. In the billions. How do you get to the billions? By giving millions. But how do you get to 100 millions? By giving a few hundred thousands. Understand what's going on? You want to hit the billionaire? It's abnormal. Do you think it's normal to be a billionaire? No, it's abnormal to be 100 millionaire. You think it's normal? Like it's normal to get a few hundred millions in the bank? You think it's normal to get a few billion? It's not normal. It's not normal. Anybody who's above that bracket, you know it's a gift from God. It's pashut. So that person who's in the hundreds of millions, if he wants to give, of course he gives millions, but he has to give tens of millions. You understand the difference? You understand the difference? Mm-hmm. Why it makes sense? Because if you're a treasurer from Hashem, so you're delivered the money the way you're the treasurer. So if you're like the dollar guy, so Hashem says, okay, fine, you're the dollar. Hashem has the treasurers for every single bracket. You have the dollar bracket, you have the $5 bracket, you have the $10 bracket, you have the few thousand bracket, you have the few hundred millions bracket, you have the few million. It depends what bracket you want to be a treasurer of. And how do we see that? By the way you give. So if you're a champ and you give, give, so Hashem elevates you to the next bracket. Now you're on this bracket. Now when you're on that bracket, it's not so easy now just to give $1 million like that. It's pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? But you did it. Oh, you did it? Now you're in the tens of million bracket. Now, let's see. Give $10 million. Give $10 million. Well, put your money where your mouth is. Now the guy starts giving $10 million. Hashem says, wow. Now I can graduate you. Now you're in the $100 million bracket. Now when you're in the hundreds of millions, now give $100 million. Now Hashem says, I got to get you to the billion bracket. Now give $1 billion. Now Hashem says, I got to take you to the 10 billion. Don't think you think it's hard for Hashem to make you a $10 billion, $100 billion? No, but Rabbi, we only have a few billionaires. So you could be 100 billion. You could be a trillion. But it depends on how much you want to be a treasurer. Rabbi, I'm tired, I can't. Okay, so yeah, this. You know, you put I told you what a wealthy guy told me. What do you get? Listen. Okay, I'm telling you a musagim. You know what musagim is? I'm telling you insights. I'm telling you insights. That's what I'm telling you. You apply it the way you want to apply it. It's like I'll take the same exact thing to Torah. You have a guy that's a certain amount of wisdom. But if he teaches others, God gives him more wisdom. Why? Because he needs that more wisdom to teach others. You understand what I'm trying to bring out? Now, let's say a guy says, I'm going to give 10 classes now. This class, that class, that class, that class. How are you going to do it? So God all of a sudden says, I got to give you more power and energy and wisdom because you put yourself you threw yourself involved with more people to teach. So God gives you more wisdom. It's the same thing in everything. I just gave the example of money because that's what you could understand. Right? You understand that very easily. But if I would give you that energy, or if I give you, it's lower. But let's say, for example, wisdom. So you get more wisdom. Or let's say kindness. You wanna build help build Bet Knesset, Bet Midrash, help build mitzvot. So Hashem, God will give you more power for that because you're throwing yourself out there to help more people do more things. So therefore Hashem says, okay, fine. Now you graduated. Let's get you to the next level. So every person has to understand, whichever you're doing, you have to understand. Everybody knows it's all from Hashem, but Hashem wants to see next level, next level. Next level. I'll end off with this. Wow. There was one rabbi, the Brisker Rav. You know the Brisker Rav? So one guy was filthy wealthy, Majnun wealthy. And all of a sudden he started losing all his money. And he lost his money and became poor. So he came to the rabbi, well, I was giving and this, that. He says, yes. But you have to understand something. In life, we're all in a test. You got so high in wealth that you maxed out your test. God said, you passed flying colors. You're done. You're 100%. You're a wealthy man. You're 100% perfect. You hit it big. You gave the way you're supposed to give. You did this. Beautiful. You have to understand. I want you on a side note, in parentheses, if you're making $1 billion, that means your ma'aser is 100 million. Right? Yeah. Means you have to be giving out $100 million. Minimum. Minimum, of course. For sure more because but you have to be giving 100 million. So sometimes when you become a billionaire yourself, you say to yourself, what do you mean, Rabbi, I gave $10 million this year, but you made $1 billion, you have to give 100 million. Yeah. 20%, even more than 20%. We're going minimum. I'm bringing out a point. You give 900 million and you still give it 100 million. You yourself give it 100 million. I'm bringing out a point to you that if you're in that bracket of wealth, could be you're not passing your test. Because if you're making $1 billion, so no, but you feel good, Rabbi. What are you talking about? I just gave $1 million there, $1 million there, but you didn't pass the test of richness because you didn't give enough. So who knows? So this guy passed his test of wealthiness. He passed his test. He made the bracket. He passed the flying colors. Joe, I'm sure you passed the flying colors, right? He passed the flying colors. So now Hashem said, what? You're done. Now we got you to the next stage. Now how are you going to act when you're poor? Are you going to curse God now? Oh, I lost all the money. Oh, what is this? Are you going to do, Rabbi, give me 1 minute. He said, or what? Or are you going to take it and say, now I'll pass this test? You understand? Because every level that you're on is a test. You understand? And every stage of your life is another test. And every day of your life is another test. Wow. And this is what you have to understand. This is the